Thank you very much. As you said, Deborah Elias with Elias Events. I'm an event planner based out of Houston, Texas, but I do events all over the world. And this year, I'm celebrating 25 years in the business. So the past 2 years have been absolutely amazing. And I talk about a lot of ideas for your events. So you're going to hear a lot that's geared towards event planners. Towards the end of the presentation, if I have some time, there's going to be a series of slides that are apps and software that I use in my work product that would also apply for anybody who's in the industry, actually anybody who runs a business, some of these ideas. So I'm going to try to go through these pretty quickly because I have a bunch of ideas. I hope you'll glean a lot from it. Along the way, if you do have questions, please feel free to ask. But I'm going to move pretty quickly through a lot of these videos, and I hope that you'll get some good ideas. So first off, this is making it wow. We're going to go first into decor and more. So this company, Luminous Trees, they have these amazing products for the decor for your event, for your entrance, as a backdrop to your stage, maybe as a backdrop to your buffet. But they have so many different color styles. Because they're LED generated, you can do pretty much anything with them. I like that they have the falling drops. These are a little bit more globe-like. So this company, and sorry that I didn't mention this in the beginning, I will send you a PDF through the Hoover app that will have all the information that I'm giving you. So it'll have websites and company names. So I know I'll go very quickly, so you will get that at the very end. The next company is called Evolution Dome, and let me show you their video. Do we have sound? Hello? Oh, that's what I thought was going to happen. Excuse me, sir. Sound? For this one, it's okay. You can just see it. We don't need to have the actual sound for that. This company is making pop-up structures. So they would be good for your trade show floor like this. Maybe for a bar mitzvah, you've got a little photo booth area, or maybe a make it, take it area that you're using these pop-up tents for. But what I like most about this product is once you blow them up, if you lose power, they're going to stay up. So you're able to use these in so many different ways. And especially for something like a large exhibit hall, you can use them to do your individual speaking sessions, your breakout sessions. But it's a great product from Evolution Dome, and these are the pop-up structures. We're good now? Awesome, thank you. The next company, I used them recently at an event. I did an event in Houston with the Final Four. And this company, let me play their video really quickly. They have these amazing structures called wind walls. And these things are designed, you can see that they're doing a farce about the wind and, oh, what are you going to do? And then, of course, you're going to use their wind walls, which completely block out the wind. But they're also, got some music going on over here? Awesome. They're also going to block out, you can also use them as a branding opportunity, which is what I did for the Final Four. It was really a great backdrop to one of the vendors that I used that were kind of entertainment, but I'll talk about them a little bit later. So this company, they're 8-foot structures. As you can see, you can totally brand them. They have various heights. You can set them this way, but they're great as a backdrop to your buffets and in any area where you've got maybe a lot of wind and activity, or even they've got structures that you can use to block out sound. So it's a great company. They're based out of Florida. They do travel all over the United States. It's a little bit pricey, but it's a really great for if you have a high-profile event that you can bring them out to. This next company has an amazing product, and I just used them recently for an event that I did for Porsche. This company is called Shimmer Walls. You're seeing a lot of this. You'll probably see even some vendors that have it on the floor with a lot of the photo booths. This one is a little bit more set apart because what is happening is you can literally do your logo right onto the shimmer, the little stone, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say, but these little divots here. And again, they have them in so many different colors. Let me turn down sound. If you'll keep up with me, I'm going to tell you turn down sound and turn it back up. Normally on my computer, but we're going to make it work. So with this one, the only reason why I didn't have these logo directly onto the shimmer wall was because this client could not get their act together to decide which one they wanted. And by the time that they did, we had to just do it on a plexiglass, which really made me sad because I really wanted it to be right on the little digits. But I did have this completely custom made to their entrance. So we worked with them and their graphic designers to make sure that it was completely a custom install. And then you can use this again, time and time again. But it's a great product and very easy to install because if I can do it, anybody can do it. The company is based out of Toronto, but they ship anywhere, and it ships pretty easily, so it's not a lot of shipping, and they package up really neatly, so you can use these time and time and again. And with them, again, every color you can think of, several different shapes, great company called Shimmer Walls. This next company, Atomic Flats, this is from an incredible company that is let's try that, there we go. They're really great for your trade shows, for your backdrops, for your booth. They're introducing this really great product called Super Flats. And again, it comes in a self-contained jack. It's lightweight, it doesn't require a lot of effort to set up. You can see right here, they're quickly going up. They're really easy to put together, and you can, of course, brand them. So at the end of the day, you've got these amazing backdrops. Be nice on a stage. I see a lot of special event conferences using these. In fact, it was at a special event in Orlando recently. But they come together, go apart very easily, and it's just a great product from a company called Atomic Super Flats. This next one I was excited to see. They're right over there in the corner on the show floor. If you have not seen them, fantastic light post. I just had them at the event that I just showed you with the shimmer walls. And so they have, a different take on your stanchions. You can see them, so I'm not going to talk too much about them. But what I love most about this product is that you can brand it completely with your logo. You send them the artwork, they do the inserts, and then they send them to you. And of course, if you've got different events. So I've already used them 3 times. I just send them the artwork, they send me back the little branded insert, and there you go. You've got an amazing entrance, something a little bit different, especially with the light feature that is LED and can be any color you want it to be. Murals your way. This one is any type of mural, any type of backdrop. You can go inside of their library, which has thousands and thousands of already graphic design backdrops, but you can also send them your own, and they come up with these very slick backdrops that you're going to attach to a wall. So this is not something that you're going to use pipe and drape for. You're going to put this right on a wall, and this actually comes down very, very quickly because it's vinyl. So it's temporary. It's going to go up on a wall, and it can come right down. But they're relatively inexpensive for their pricing, and this is a great way to just enhance the look of your event. And then another one that's a little bit like for really large events or with a really huge budget is this company called Gigantics. And they come in with these incredible structures. These are coming down from from Australia. So it's pretty expensive. They haven't quite found a distributor here in the country. So I'm thinking Gary over here with AES, we'll talk about him in a minute. They need a distributor here in the US, but if you have an incredible event and you're looking for just a showstopper, this is definitely it. All right, so we talked a little bit about decor. Let's get on to some guest experiences. This first company, let me play their video, because you definitely have to see that. This company is called Rindle Waves. So what's happening right here is maybe the song that you played at the first dance. This is a Rindle wave, and it's creating that, and then you're going to get a frame of it that you can have and give to your client. Other uses that you could do is the final speech of the CEO at a company when he's retiring. Then you can put that on a Rindle wave and send that to them as a piece of art. So many different ways that you can use it. The toast at a wedding, the bar mitzvah boys' speech that they have to give. So many different iterations, shapes, sizes, you name it. I can't even give you pricing because it just runs the gamut. But it's just a really cool thing to do. And I actually did it for one of my high-end clients. I gave it as a gift to them to say thank you for the event after the event. This next one, kind of like along the same lines, something you probably would use at a wedding, and I think that there's probably a couple companies here that are doing a little bit of the same thing, so definitely go check out their products. I like this one because honestly I like the way the look of these phones are, but I'm sure that there's probably other looks as well out there. So, and then this one has that kind of retro vibe. So what's happening is your guests are coming in, they're going to use the phone, they're going to leave a recorded voicemail, and then you're going to get that voicemail. So this is something as a guest book to a wedding. You can probably play that for a second, the video. Excuse me, what's your name? Right. Could you play the video for just a second? I mean the sound? Okay, no worries then. So she's saying, I'm happy to be at your wedding, and thank you for letting me be here. There you go, you can turn it back down. And with this one, you have two options. You're gonna get a little jump drive, or you can get a record. And definitely, if you're a record enthusiast, you're gonna want that, and that's something to add to your collection. And what a great way to remember your wedding. I think this one also is for the CEO that's retiring, for everybody to say what that CEO meant to them, for a nonprofit event, for people to come into the phone and talk about what the nonprofit means to them. So I think it has a lot of good uses, and it's just a fun way to get the guest involved and a different take on your guest book. So this next company is Shrunk 3D Booth, and this one again, Gary, you need this one. I think they might be in Vegas, but if not, you need to do it. So let me play the video. I don't need the sound on it, you can just kind of see. So they're coming in with this little trailer, and you're going inside. They're taking a 3D rendering of you, and you're going to get the little 3D version of yourself. It's not going to be live at the event. It's going to get shipped to you after the event. This typically runs about, starting at $99 each, and then it'll go down in price depending on how many people that you do. But what a fun activity to have, especially I'm thinking like at a bar mitzvah, birthday party, sweet 16, to have all your guests come in and you're gonna do a shrunk 3D of those guests. And you could also do it as a cake topper, so it can be a one-off. It doesn't have to be something that you do for everybody. But they also have that version that you can do a cake topper as well. And then this one I'm a little obsessed with, just because I'm a Marvel person, I'm a superhero person. So this one is a company called Make Me a Comic. And what an incredible guest experience here. You're going to send your information, a little bit about the person, and they're gonna come back and turn you into a comic book. These, for your typical 8-page, is gonna run about $1,000. And, or you can just do a cover, send the cover, and that runs about $150. But this one for a couple that's getting married, and especially for birthday, again, for your CEO of the company, what a great way to give them a gift as a remembrance. But, in this world that people are just obsessed with comic books, I think this is just a really great gift. Right, you like that, right? No? Is anybody there? Okay, thank you. I need some feedback. This my next one, the reason why I kind of included into the guest experience is it's the 3D projection mapping. The reason why this one is just a little bit different is I don't know if it's showing up very well, but what's happening is I've got this cube, I've got the girl inside with her little diamond outfit, and when the guests are walking up, you're getting that kinetic movement. So as the guests are making the movements, on the screen is kind of giving you that activity, so the guests are getting engaged in this. And so this is something that you're doing with a 4-sided projection screen. You've got your projectors, and then of course you've got your entertainment inside. But a lot of your production companies will have something like this. If they don't, encourage them to do it, because it's just a fun way to present your images. But also, like with this one, I was tasked with doing a projection of the guest entertainer. I had Clint Black performing, and he was performing inside the venue, second floor and a little bit farther away, and the client really wanted, in a separate space, to be able to see Clint Black. So we did HDMI, and we did it wirelessly, but later on we showed Clint Black's performance on here. I hated it because it was a Clint Black acoustic set in my really high-octane space, and after a while, I turned it off, and nobody was the wiser, because he was just playing his guitar, and it was really boring, but still good. Next company is Champagne Creative Group, and this is a fun, they're based here in Las Vegas. They have a ton of interactions. I could probably speak about them all day and the different things that they have, but this is the one that I chose. So they have this tattoo here, and then they also have over here, you can just do this tattoo, and then over here, you stick your arm inside and you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's a mystery tattoo. And then you get that out. You could definitely brand your company logo. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. And then also, the funnel that you're sticking your hand in, you can brand that as well with your company name. Maybe if you're doing a Sweet 16, you could brand it with the Sweet 16 name or logo, what have you. This next company called Paintillo, I really like them for a corporate event, for team building. What they do is, let me let them talk about it this one I may need to put the sound up.
Creates custom paint-by-number kits and collaborative murals from any photo or image for groups of any size to paint together. We do festivals, team building events, weddings. We recently did a really cool event with Studio Think.
We are a creative agency, so we get to be creative every day, but not in this way. Doing something with our hands, doing something tactile, see the art come to life before our eyes.
They set everything up to look gorgeous.
The easels and the canvas and the paints was so well done. Inspires that creativity and involvement.
Sharing paints and pointing up numbers for each other. We get to witness the magic of people coming together as a team.
I get to work with a whole bunch of people that I don't get to work with on a daily basis.
You have these great conversations, you get to know new people, share a glass of wine, and bring a team together.
Alyssa and Jess came into our office with a big boom, really matched our energy.
Bubbly
I'll let you
personalities,
just
they're
put the sound back.
engaging.
Thank you. So with this one, sky's the limit. Again, you can graphic design anything. This would be amazing for a team building. And then after this is done, you're going to take this product, put it in the corporate offices, and now you've got this something as a reminder of this amazing team building that you did. Again, it would be great for a social event as well. It would be also kind of fun for a wedding. Over the course of the wedding, the guests come together and they paint a picture of the bride and groom. So it's very clean, it's very neat. They put the numbers, so you go and you say, okay, number 1 is this paint and this color, and it's very easy to use. So it's a very fun company called Paintillo. This one for any type of fun social event or even a corporate event as well. You've got Fun Faces. This company is based out of Houston, but they ship all over the world, and they do these really large heads. They come with this really easy peel and stick, and you go through and you've got a fun thing to do to promote the person, the birthday boy. They do various different sizes. You can do 2 people. They have a lot of different iterations, and they're very inexpensive, but just a really kind of fun way to spruce up an event. So I know here in Las Vegas, you have coming up the Formula One, which is very exciting, and this new venue that's opening. Oh my goodness, can't wait to come back for that. So like I said earlier, there's Gary Boardman over here with AEES, and he has a number of incredible activations, games. In fact, he just came out to the NCAA event that I did in Houston and brought, I think, 25, 30 games, photo booths, you name it, we had it, different sports-related and basketball-related activities. But what he's got is geared towards the Formula One, is this Formula One driving experience. And although he didn't send me the video, he should have, and I didn't have time to tell him, I thought this looked kind of fun. This is the one where you get to simulate putting on the tires. So that looked like a fun one that you could do. So this is an event that you're definitely for that racer, for your Formula One. I have a feeling that this is going to be everywhere, and it's probably already booked up for Formula One. All right, well, there we go. We got some people here that are going to book it up for you. What's the cost on that? Okay, there we go. it's a good range. I mean, all right, for a motion simulator, 4-hour party, $3,500. Bargain at twice the price. There you go. So now we're going to talk a little bit about fun little extras. So I travel the world. I'm always trying to find really cool ideas. And sometimes the coolest ideas that you can find are on Instagram ads. And so this is my homage to silly little Instagram ads that I get, and I'm like, this is perfect to make an event wow on a very tiny little budget. Because most everything I said before is on a little bit higher budgets. So this one is Vibe Lights. This little machine, I think, is like 50 bucks, and it gives you a huge wow. It'll fill up a 2,000 square foot room pretty easily with just this little device. And this was on Amazon, very cheap product. I got the ad on Instagram, and then of course I always go to Amazon to see if I can find it cheaper, which I did. So this is from a company called Vibe Lights. And then the next one, this is $20, but I mean, come on. Your great little wow with your portable firework bubble machine. And how fun is this for your first birthday party for a baby, for your bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah. And look at this wow for 20 bucks a piece. And these are definitely on Amazon. Portable firework bubble machine. And then again, another little bit iteration. This one's called the Magic Disco Ball. And this is actually a light bulb that you're sticking in, and then again, getting such an incredibly huge wow for probably $19.95 as well. Plug it in, and you're going to get a really huge wow for not a lot of money. And then now that you know, because there's the algorithm, so once you click on these, then you're going to get more of this type of stuff, and then you're going to figure out ways to use them like me. All right, so this one I'm calling the edibles, and I'm here in Las Vegas where you guys get to have edibles. We don't in Houston. So this one is more about things that you can eat and drink at your events. So this one's a little bit another activation, and this one's called the Edible Bubble Bar. I actually had this one at my NCAA event as well. And all of this can be branded. I had a different backdrop, I had a different bar. The guests are coming up, and they're basically eating the bubble, and then you get your helium, and you talk like this, and it's really fun, and the guests just really love it. And then you can have the cute little sexy girl with her bubble outfit. I had 2 girls that were in referee uniforms, but you can definitely kind of do anything you want with that. And I think, Gary, you should have this one too.
So that's from Bravo.
This is from Bravo Entertainment. They're based out of Dallas.
But all the video is the Las Vegas chapter of Nate in Dallas at a party.
Oh, fun. I think you're in the video, right? Okay, there you go. This one runs about $4,000 for 4 hours, which includes the backdrop. But there you go, there's Gary. which includes the bar and backdrop that they already have. And then obviously, if you're going to do a customization on it, it's just a little bit more. So 3D Sugar Labs, I have used them so many times in the past year, and I tend to try not to use the same thing over and over. I tend to try to do something a little bit different each time. But I'm finding myself continually using this because I think it's just such a great product and it presents just such a great wow. So what they're doing is they're doing the custom printed 3D sugar cubes. These are totally edible, they have flavors. But like you can see on this one is the Porsche, and it was literally designed to sit on the martini glass. So the graphic designer, he spent several iterations getting it perfectly so that the slit, there's a slit here that causes it to sit on the glass. And so that sits perfectly, and it just is such a great presentation. It's not wobbly, it's not gonna fall, and so when the servers are coming out presenting it, they're gonna present it, it's gonna look beautiful. This one was the logo, and then that one was designed to sit specifically on the champagne glass. Now with this one, the first time that we did it, they filled up the champagne, probably just this much higher, and, oh, sorry. And what ended up happening is when nope. Aw, I don't think I can go backwards. Hold on. The bottom one? Oh, there we go. One more time? There we go. So when the sugar cube fell into the glass, it created an explosion. So we learned very quickly how far we could put the little cubes inside of the champagne. But for the martini glass, and you don't have the bubbles, that didn't matter. But it's just a fun presentation. I did it for a Christmas party that I had a nutcracker theme. I designed a nutcracker to sit on top of the champagne glass as well. And they're very inexpensive. It's like $4 a piece, and then the design fee is about $150. And they come packaged beautifully, so they're not going to come broken. I really love this product, and I'm definitely just going to keep using it. This one is another one that I got because of an Instagram ad. It's just a little bit more expensive. They range from about $250 to $500. But this is the FBot printer pen, and what they're doing. There we go. So this one, you can do graphic design, and you can put anything you want on it. And so when they run the pen across, which is all edible, you're getting a specific design. So you can do your cookies, your macaroons, do a birthday cake, pretty much anything. But you can, sky's the limit on something like this. You can do the napkins. So FBot printer pen. This was a fun activation that I did. So wait, I don't want to play that video yet. Hold on. So with this one, I don't know if you can kind of see in there. This is the birthday girl. So, and what this is an artist is actually doing this, and he came up with this, and we just kind of designed it together. And so I said, okay, we need to start doing this for more things. So what this is an homage to the 80s with light brights. These little pegs are coming out, and they have alcohol in them. So, and the person is standing right next to it. As somebody takes a pin out and drinks it, another pin is going in, so you never lose the design the entire night. And people love taking the photos with it. This was the 80s themed birthday party that we had for her, and then this one was an event that I did for Porsche. Guests absolutely loved it. This one is based out of Houston, but I know that he's been doing stuff all over the country. So just kind of depending on where you are and the complexity of the design, doing the Porsche logo was a lot easier than basically doing her portrait. And then another fun one, prism powder. This one, you get a really fun effect in your drinks. It's got that swirl. You've got a number of different colors and flavors. But this one, especially for your Instagram, for your boomerang videos, it really gives you kind of a fun wow because you're seeing this beautiful shimmer inside the glass, and that presented on a tray as well. So I gave myself an idea. Now I need to do the shimmer with the sugar cube, and man, there we go. There's a presentation, both involved. This one, it's not too pricey, but they're getting better about their pricing. When they first came out, it was like ridiculously expensive for just this little, very tiny little tube of it, but they're getting better on their pricing, and I think that they're also getting better on being able to do bulk as well. And then this one, the Flavor Blaster, we're seeing this a lot. It's all about experiential bartending, doing experiential drinks. The guests come up and you're doing something fun. We've got this, we're doing the bubble. And then when you go drink it, you get the smoke coming out, and guests just absolutely, I mean, anything that you're gonna do that's gonna get the guests involved, and doing videos and posting, I'm all for it. These run about, you're gonna buy them to go to your bar. They run about $500 depending on the size of the machine and the level of smoke that you're wanting to do. That is the Flavor Blaster. Okay, now I'm gonna get into just some things that I'm calling the wow factor. This is the basis of my presentation. I like to do things that are a little bit over and above and beyond for my events. And so this one I'm gonna start out with. Now, this one, there's not necessarily a company that's doing this, because this one is you working with your drone vendor. But how about this for a really cool way to do a ribbon cutting? I had 2 drones bring in the custom ribbon, flew over the guest's head, and if the CEO would have done what I wanted him to, and pulled it from the top, you would have been able to see the pretty Porsche logo, but of course he didn't do that. So, but what a cool way, the guests loved it. And this guy was the CEO of Porsche North America, and he said that that was the coolest way he's done a ribbon cutting. So I was pretty damn proud of myself. So just stuff like that, anything that you can do to kind of elevate your event. These are also probably from one of your production companies. This might not be something that you're going to have in stock, but maybe you can get a production company over here to get one. These are your kinetic balls that you're seeing a lot of. Let me let this play. I don't really need sound for it, but this one they're putting up, they're using, basically your setup here. And then at the end of the day, you're coming up with a really cool environment where you've got the balls, you can have them choreographed, you can do so many different things with them. But you're seeing this a lot, especially in large convention halls. I'm doing this for an event in the fall. I've got a vendor that I asked to buy these, and they're relatively inexpensive to buy, but then you have to buy enough of them to really make this type of presentation and make it worth your while. But these are what we call kinetic balls. This is a little bit different take on a centerpiece. We're seeing a lot what's coming in the industry, and we're just going to keep seeing it more and more. I'm going to talk about holograms for the next couple slides. This is from a company called HoloBox, and what they've got are these amazing little 3D centerpieces, and especially with this for a corporate event, for a nonprofit event, to really talk, present your logo, to present your brand. They're not cheap, but these will come in and they'll, oh sorry, the slide's off a little bit, but you can have so many different presentations, and again, it's a hologram image that's coming into your centerpiece. So I just think it's really fun, and especially something like this where you've got your logo kind of floating in the air, and for what a wow that would make inside of your space for your nonprofit event or your gala. Cool, right? All right, now for our CEO that just can't make it to the event, or he's just too cool for school, we've got our portal box, which is going to present our CEO inside of this. He's a hologram image, so it's inside of this portal box, and he's going to present. Now, he's being silly, of course, but he's going to do his keynote speech. So with something like this, if he can't be there, you could do the hologram box, pre-record the image, and here you go. He's there at your event. That's definitely not cheap. We're starting at $30,000. That's probably just for the box and some of the video equipment, but not the video imaging. But with that, you're getting your own videographer that's coming in and videotaping your CEO speaking. And then on the same lines is Holo Presence, which is literally, instead of putting in the box, you're going to have your CEO. This was an event where an event where you've got Tony Robbins and the Prime Minister of Canada, and of course, they're in the Hollywood studios, but for the people in the audience, it's like they're actually there. So we're going to be seeing this more and more. This is probably, we're just on the cusp of the iceberg at this point. It's just going to be sky's the limit from here on out. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then this next one is a little take on your augmented reality. So let me play this video. And so what's happening? Let's try that. Oh, nope, I did it again. No. Aw. Aw, okay, well, so what they've done is we've kind of incorporated the decor, and when you come up, instead of just doing a QR code, is it working now? Oh, there we go. When you clicked on the image, it's taking you to the page where you're going to talk about the product, thank the sponsors, what have you. But instead of it being a QR code and taking away from the decor of the event, you can incorporate it inside of the photos. So it's taking that augmented reality to a little bit different level so that it fits in the design scheme of your event. And this is from a company called Animatic Art. Never mind. It'll be in the thing when I send it out to you guys. And then we have an amazing company called Drum Is One that is going to come in and perform at your keynote to kick off your major general session. They've got, the choreograph. They've got their amazing LED lights. They're just a really fun presentation and to get the audience moving and excited about what's to come. It's got to be in a venue where you can turn the lights off so you can see their lasers, because they really incorporate that a lot. Something like this is probably going to run you starting at about $25,000 depending on the location, but they just have a really great way to especially kick off a general session. And then next I'm going to talk about, I've got another friend in the audience, so I've done a lot of work with. I'm going to play his video, and as we go through it, I'm going to talk about all the things that he did just for me, and now he's doing for other people. So this is, oh, I'm sorry, wait. I skipped one. Let me do Gasser Garage first. I'm sorry. Gasser Garage is a company based out of LA. I've used them twice in the past year. They were also at my NCAA event, and they had the wind walls behind them in a previous slide. But these guys are coming in, and they are high octane. They are a lot of fun. They have amazing food, but they're coming to your event and they are cooking right on site. They've got this really fun presentation. Adam, who is the main guy, he is such a great guy, really easy to work with. This one I had for my 900, well, I had 1,800 pieces total, or ran me about $30,000. And that included their flights and hotel and shipping all the food. With this one, you can't have low ceilings, so you have to have a little bit of a space, but this would be a great venue to have them in. They're very engaging with the guests, and when I tell you the food is fantastic, their peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they do is phenomenal. So really fun way to get the guests engaged and involved, and then also you've got your food at the event as well. One more, and then I'm going to get to you, Krish. This company, I have yet to use them yet, and I swear to God it's going to happen one of these days. I almost had them for an event, but because of COVID and the restrictions coming out of the UK, I couldn't do it. this company is bringing in these monster. They've got them 25 feet, 15 feet, and then they have like a little baby one as well. But what an incredible way to walk around, engage with the guests. They can do choreographed presentations, but they can also, I saw them in the very beginning. They were on a dance floor and just engaging with the audience, and people were going nuts. This one, to bring him in, was going to be, in a normal environment, was going to be about $50,000 for a really cool presentation, but because of COVID, it jumped up. Getting their visas was going to be just way too much, and I unfortunately couldn't do it because it was about an extra $25,000. So one of these days I'm going to get them, but what an incredible way to just a huge wow at your kickoff to your trade show, at your opening night or closing night party. All right, here's my friend. This is Cirque Mechanics. So they are based here, there we go, Chris Lashua. They're based here in Las Vegas. This is the gantry bike, which is just incredible. This is, what do we call this? I forgot what we called this. The wine bike, the wine trike. I had him make this, and so he made that. We have it in events. They come with the wine glass and just drive around the events. You can put them in different costumes. Did it stop? Let's try that again. So the gantry bike you're going to see in a little bit later, we did it at an incredible birthday party. It was a black and white themed party. We did that there. They have a number of different products. Coming up is, this was a buffet that was created for this event of mine, and you can drive it, it's a buffet train, so drove it in, and you can have it, you can brand it, but what a great way to drive into an event. This one you've got over the pool. So many different ways, and then they have all these fun performers. We had the juggler, we had so many different things at this birthday party that we did. This gantry bike is fantastic moving in, and when it turns around, it really puts on a show and people go crazy over it. He's got this new circus that he's doing with pop-up tents that he's going around the country doing pop-up circuses. These fantastic performers. And I'm waiting because I got to show you the birthday party that we did. It's coming up, right? There we go. This was it was a birthday party for 50th birthday party. We had 150 people on a very long table, and the gantry bike went over all the guests as they were performing. And then later on, we brought the cake in and put it down in front of the birthday girl. Incredible product. People will go nuts over it. This is definitely something for the opening general session, for your entertainment, for the birthday party, your opening night, your closing night. We were gonna do, I had him custom design. We're still gonna do it one of these days. I'm gonna find the clients, they're out there, but we had custom designed this fashion show in a box where the gantry bike would take a fashion show, telescope out, do the fashion show stage, bring it back in, and go to like the next corner and go up to a tent where it would meet more of the models. But we built it, the client backed out, it was ridiculous, and I've not been able to find anybody to do it since then, but it's gonna happen one of these days. So Cirque Mechanics, can't recommend them enough. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Highly recommend, let's put it that way. All right, do I have time? Am I out of time? How much more do I have? Oh, perfect, okay. So, as promised, let me get into some apps and software that I use. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this one, many years ago, one of the first times I did a presentation, instead of actually having videos embedded into my presentation, I had links to YouTube and I was all set to go. And then, of course, there was no Wi-Fi in the room. My presentation was completely, like, useless because as you can see, I do a lot of videos because I want you to see what I'm talking about. So very quickly after that, I found this software, 50 bucks. It's called Uniconverter. And let me kind of, go ahead and reduce the sound. You don't need to see that. So what this does is any video that's on a page, so YouTube video, it's embedded into a company's website. If there is, this one is, what I did is I went to a Facebook page. When you click on the link at the top and then you go over to this downloading software, it immediately finds the video that's on the page and will convert it to an MP4. And so this is invaluable to be able to embed it into your presentations. This software also is a screen recorder. I use this to show you what I'm doing. And then it's a video editor. So it's got a lot of uses, and I probably used this about 50 times in the past week because pretty much every video that you saw, I grabbed it off of a page. I didn't have to email the company and say, can you send me your video? I was able just to grab it straight off of the website. So great product, 50 bucks, Uniconverter. This next one of my favorite apps, because I'm obsessed with color and obsessed with Pantone. If you don't have the Pantone app, you need to download it. It's free. It's so cool and easy to use. So this one, you can take a picture. So what I did with this is a piece of art that I own in my house. Took a picture of it, and then it told me all the different colors that are inside of that photo, and it tells me the Pantone colors associated with it. So great to be able to design, do your mood board, do some really colorful presentations. Another, if you're something on the cheap and you can't afford a DJ, well, you can do the Spin Drop app. This one, if you want to put the sound up for just a second, please. This one, you have your little app on the phone. So it's a little bit different than doing, putting up your, which one? That, Spotify. A little bit different than that because you can actually, make your mixes and make it sound like a true DJ, and it's a relatively inexpensive app when you don't have a DJ. Another company that's out has a booth outside is called Rock Paper Coin, and stop by and meet with them. They're a great company. If you want to go ahead and put that up.
Making sure it's perfect. At times, you work long hours.
This one is your event management software, your
Those
invoicing.
administrative tasks you do again and again take you away from being creative. The invoices, contracts, payments, reminders.
It's geared towards the event industry, so it's a little bit better and more different than just using QuickBooks.
Life easier. Created by event
Send your
professionals
contracts
for
through it.
event professionals. Rock Paper Coin is here for you. But that's just the beginning. Since Rock Paper Coin was designed by event pros, your interest is always front of mind. Rock Paper Coin offers the lowest processing fees.
Are you in the audience?
Just 2.5%. Want to
She's at her
accept the
booth.
occasional check or cash payment still? No problem. With Rock Paper Coin's bookkeeping feature, all payments can be recorded in one place. And for your clients, Rock Paper Coin is free and an added benefit for them too. It will act like an electronic binder, keeping contracts, payments, and documents all.
And I definitely love this where it's keeping all your documents together for your
They know
clients.
when and how funds are being spent. You might be thinking there are other systems out there, and you are probably using one or two or three of them right now. Rock Paper Coin stands above the rest because it was specifically built for your industry. It's time to ditch old habits that are not working and say yes to saving time and money. Rock Paper Coin doesn't come with
Okay,
an
so you can
expensive
put it down for
process.
just a second. So I encourage you to go out to their booth. I know that they're doing specials, but it's not a lot of money for a year to sign on to this. So it's a great little company called Rock Paper Coin. This next one is called Timeline Genius. And this one is really kind of geared towards the wedding industry, although they're starting to do a lot more with other, like, mostly like gala events. But this one has got these timelines that are kind of embedded into it. So it's all the things that you would normally do with an event, and when you put your date in, it's really going to populate that all coming up. But then you also have all your fields to be able to put, let's try that again. Is it playing?
I am going to show you the fastest and easiest way that you can create amazing timelines for your weddings and events. And we'll start right here on the Timeline Genius homepage. And when you're logged in, you can click this Timelines link to access your timelines and your Rolodex. And your Rolodex is where you're going to save all the key information for your vendors, venues, and clients.
So once you embed those vendors once, you can just assign them to each of the clients.
Contact person, phone numbers, email address, and even details.
But y'all can go on there and just see more about it. It's a great little product called Timeline Genius. This next one is Eventsy, and this is a fun software program that does virtual events, your scavenger hunts. You've got this for all your clients, that everyone downloads it on their phone. You're doing a team building event for a company, and I did it to do a scavenger hunt all across the city of Houston, and we designed it very specifically to the city of Houston, going to different landmarks. This one runs about $1,000 for the initial program, and then depending up to maybe about 200 players, and then after that it increases. But you can do video challenges, the quiz challenges. It's just a really fun software program. This one is also geared towards, I would say probably weddings, maybe your incentive travel events, your executive retreats, where you're doing travel and taking your guest to a different location. This one's called Hit Maps, and it's an app that you're downloading that's geared specifically to your event. So it's creating a custom map of all the things that you would want to do in the area. So if you know your favorite coffee shop, your favorite street food vendor, you're going to put that in a map, and you're going to have that. So when your guests come, they can look at your app and say, oh wow, these are all the cool places in this particular area. Love this. If you're a foodie like me, or if you like to travel a lot and you want to know the best places and have recommendations, this is a really cool app to have for your guests. I'll move on a little bit. So this one is an app called Photo Room. So it's really easily pulling out the background. So a lot of times, you can turn down the sound. You know, if you're wondering how on Instagram she's at the Eiffel Tower one day and she's at the Taj Mahal the next, that's because she's pulling the backdrop out. Now, I really was at Downton Abbey. I really did go there. So, but you know, I could easily pull out and say that but a lot of you know, your Instagram influencers, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to all these places. They're using this to pull out the photo, to pull out the background in a photo so that you can use that for events. And then once you've done that, you're going to use this really inexpensive, it's called Afeo. It's your video creation app. So you can create a lot of, they've got their templates that they already have. It's along the same lines of Canva, but they have a little bit better product when it's related to the videos. And it's relatively inexpensive. This is a lifetime, so once you have it, you have it. And you're doing your fun, creating your video ads for your company and putting those on Instagram. And this next one is in the neighborhood of AI is everything, ChatGPT. People are using that consistently. This one is Speech-a-lo. So I have a lot of nonprofits that I do, you know, your tribute videos for, because this person is achieving the lifetime of whatever achievement award, and maybe I can't afford to do a voiceover inside of the video. So this app, Speech-a-lo, which is $50, this one you will need to turn up.
You listened to this video until now, and you probably couldn't tell I'm not a real human voice. That's because I understand exactly what each phrase is saying.
So you could do this to do your voice of God at a conference, do it as, like I said, as the MC for a video talking about the person being honored. Comes in a number of different voices, a number of different languages, well, all the languages really. It's AI, so really easy to use. Again, 50 bucks. I think it's fantastic. You could do it as a voiceover for your own company video talking about how amazing you are. And this one, when you are doing your video, teleprompters can be expensive, so might as well use your cell phone as your teleprompter. It's a cool little app called Big View. And now you've turned your cell phone into a teleprompter. So you're doing your very professional videos to go after your business. And then final one, let's see if I can do this. Okay, so this is another app. It's from a company called Bubbly. And let me play the video. So this one, you're using your cell phone, and instead of just getting the panoramic photo, you're doing a panoramic video of the entire space. And I'm going to show you that, and I don't know if I told you that, do you think this computer is connected to the internet? It's probably not. Okay, well, never mind. I wonder if there's a way. The only reason why I didn't embed this is because it goes to a software, and with the software, with an app, you can't pull the video out. How would I click on this link? Do I need to get out of this? I probably need to get out of it. But I just want you to see the end product because it's kind of cool. I don't know how to use a PC. Somebody know how to use PC? Come here. Because I just want you to see from using this for when you're going into a place and you want to show your client the room. Click on that. Hopefully I'm connected to the internet. It's one thing I forgot to check before we did the computer. Oh, there we go. Well, all right. While he's doing that, does anybody have any questions? And we'll come back to that. Yes, sir. Which one? Oh, a FAO. Wait, no. Oh, Uniconverter. It's called Uniconverter. Yeah, UNI Converter. And it's by Wondershare. Anybody else? Do we have it? Yeah. Yeah. Look, okay. So I walked into this venue, and it's not quite, I was able to go like this, and then I'm able to send the link to my clients, and now they can see the space, and I use this to be able to sell this venue to the client. So we built out a really cool event for them, but it's an amazing app called Bubbly. Thank you. No. So I just want you to go back to my final slide. If you like my presentation, please let me know, especially on Twitter and Instagram, at Event Idea Guru. Again, I'm going to have them upload my presentation on the Whova, or if you can leave me your business card, I will send it to you. So that's it. Anybody have any other questions? I know I went through these, I can't believe I did 52 slides that quickly. So, all right, thank you guys. Have a great rest of the show.